Hey guys, it's Tiffany, or that zebra chick, and I haven't recorded a video for my channel in over a year. I'm sorry, I was having equipment issues, and I finally upgraded to a more HD camera, so I decided that maybe I'll start doing videos again, and if you have any requests on videos for me to do, let me know. But at this moment, I'm gonna do the mixed girl tag because I kept seeing the white girl tag and the black girl tag, so I was like, why not see if there's a mixed girl tag? And there is. So I'm gonna do it. And if you see me looking down a lot, it's because I literally have the questions on my iPad in front of me. So okay. First question, what are you mixed with? I'm European and black, or European and African American, which means I'm German, Polish, Scottish, Italian, African American. I'm part native. Just say I'm a rounded mutt. But yeah. Next question. What ethnicity are you mistaken for? When my hair was a lot darker, because obviously it's dyed right now. It's dyed ombre, I don't know if you can tell. But when it's a lot darker, I've always my whole life gotten mistaken for Hispanic. And sometimes for Asian. I don't know how, but a lot of people do think I'm Hispanic, especially like back in my really curly hair days. They all thought I was Hispanic. Okay. Question 3. Is your hair curly or straight? My hair naturally is curly. It used to be tight, like, you know, kind of like a phone cord, ringlets. But I started straightening it and dyeing it, and now it's more like looser waves. Obviously, this isn't my natural texture. This is curled. Number 4, is coming from a different background challenging growing up? I don't really think so. Like, it wasn't for me, at least, because I live in an area where it's different groups, and I went to schools that were all like a mixture of everything, and I'm actually the only mixed one out of my like little family, which is like my mom's white, my dad's black, my siblings are all black because they're my dad's kids, and I'm the only one that's my mom and dad's kid. That makes sense. So I'm the only mixed one, and I really never saw like an issue at all. Like, my nieces and nephews are obviously black and I purely look white, but I've never had an issue where someone's been like, ew, are you related? None of that type of stuff. And I never had like any ignorance, really. Number 5, what background do you embrace the most? I've been told my whole life, they're like, you're the whitest mixed girl ever. And I'm like, sorry, I guess. Like, I grew up literally in the suburbs. People say I talk preppy. I never really was like ghetto, since everyone has to classify as ghetto, even though any race can be ghetto, don't get me wrong. But I guess I've always just been more, if you want to call it, white. I don't really like that saying at all, because I don't think I embrace one side over the other at all. But yeah. Next question. Have you ever been teased for being different? Not really in my life, because nowadays most people are mixed. Like, I have a bunch of mixed friends. Like I said, I grew up in a very diverse area, so I never really had to deal with, ew, you're mixed, blah blah blah. Like, I never had to deal with that, really. Have you ever been ashamed of being mixed? No, not at all. But there's been, like, everyone has that time, like every mixed kid has had that time where you're like, maybe if I wasn't mixed, or maybe if I was just white, or maybe I was just black, I wouldn't get hated on. But at the same time, you are mixed. Like, you're both, no matter what. Like, my dad will always be black and my mom will always be white, and I'm proud of who I am. Like, I have always repped like I'll do it like the hashtag team mixed. Number 8. Do you feel like being mixed has its benefits? Yes. Because unlike some people, like, you're not just one thing. You're not, like, boxed into one thing. So, even though people will be like, oh, you're being so white. Oh, you're being so black. It's like, how can I be either one, just be classified as one when I'm both? So it's like, I'm always going to be white, or I'm always going to be black. There's nothing different about it. And I think, like, a lot of people nowadays like mixed girls. Mixed people are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful babies. Mixed kids, like, I'm just gonna say it. Mixed kids are the prettiest babies. Like, I don't care what anyone says, but mixed kids are gorgeous. What's the last one? What makes being mixed a beautiful thing? I kind of just answered that. I think the thing that makes it the most beautiful is that you're a mixture of both. Like, you're not, like, no one, how they call it, like, oh, I'm 100%. No one is 100% anything to begin with. But being mixed, you're automatically grouped in as being more than one thing. And it's just a beautiful thing to begin with, because it's two races mixing together. And if you think about, like, way back, like, that was never allowed, and now it's perfectly fine to be mixed, and it's perfectly acceptable to be mixed. And I don't think a lot of people have issues growing up mixed. If you do, if you've had major issues growing up mixed and you feel like I've had it easy, tell me below, because reading this tag, I was like, these questions, I really didn't have issues growing up mixed. Like, I don't know if it's because I've watched a lot of the videos, and a lot of the girls were like, well, I was raised by my white mom and my dad was never there. I don't know if it's because I grew up with both my parents. Like, my parents have been married for 29 years. It's like in a couple weeks it'll be 29 years, and I'm 27. So I don't know if it's the fact that I always grew up benefiting from both. Like, I know both. And so I wasn't just growing up just knowing my white side or just knowing my black side. Like, I know both. Like, I know my cultures from my white side, I know my cultures from my black side. And I never really had an issue with that. Okay. Number 10, any advice you would give to someone to help with their multiracial struggles? We all have struggles. No matter if you're white, black, yellow, green, purple, yellow, you have a struggle in your life. Like, nobody's life, even if it seems like, oh my God, her life is so perfect. It's not. Like, no matter what. And if people are making you feel ashamed to be mixed, more than likely, they're either ignorant and don't know what they're talking about, or they grew up in a background where that wasn't okay. And that's perfectly fine for them not to like it. Like, just like you have a choice to like what you like, you have a choice what they... You don't have to tolerate it, I guess you could say, but you can just ignore it. Like, yes, I've had times, like, I'll admit it. When I was in middle school, like I said, I had this really long ringlet jet black hair, and it used to come down to my butt. Like, it was curly down to my butt. And I did have a lot of trouble with, like, I guess you could say more, the black girls or African American, like, they never really accepted me the right way. So I won't completely say that I've always been like, they didn't really like me because I was light skinned. I had what they would call, like, the good hair. I had people try to cut my hair in middle school because they were like, oh, your hair's fake. I had people telling me that I think I'm better than everyone because I'm light skinned. I'm like, I don't think I'm better than anyone at all. Like, I can't help this how I came out. Like, yes, obviously right now I'm pale because it's fall time and I don't tan early. But back in middle school, I definitely had, like, that mixed girl, like, true tan color. And I did get a little bit of hate. Like, I'm not even gonna say. So I get it, girls. Like, I get it. Like, I get the mixed girl struggles. I get the curly hair struggles. I get being a girl in general, we have struggles. Like, we're never gonna be, I don't even know. Like, we have our own struggles altogether. So just learn to ignore people and love yourself, because being mixed is literally one of the most beautiful things ever. You're one big like melting pot of everything, and I think that's beautiful. And I just think it's a really, really beautiful thing, and you should just accept it. And if someone else doesn't accept you, excuse my, but fuck them. Like, they don't matter at all. Like, even if you're in high school, because my one cousin is in high school, she was telling me how, well, my cousin's friend was in high school, and she was telling me how she's mixed and a lot of people don't like her. And I was like, girl, when you get out of high school, no one cares anymore. And people love mixed people. Like, I have girl, like, being girl to girl, how she was like, well, no guys like me because I'm this and I'm not that. Guys love mixed girls. Like, I'm not playing. Like, there's just something beautiful about a mixed girl, like, in any form. I'm not just saying white, black. Like, being mixed literally is one of the most beautiful things, and you just have to accept it. And yeah, that's about it. But yeah, okay, that's my mixed girl tag. If you have any more questions or you want to talk about anything, you can contact me on any of my links below. I'll list my Instagram and my Tumblr and my Twitter. You can contact me on those, and I will list the questions in case you want to do this yourself. Okay. Alright. Bye, beautiful ladies.